in the 8th and final game of Magic Round. Pappenhausen gets us underway. The kick-off down the middle of the field, taken there by Kyo Weeks. It comes across there where Corey Horsburgh, Fogarty strikes the belly of the ball, tumbling kick. Goes down to Pappenhausen, who will bring it back towards Timmercore. Hands it off for Coates, who's always dangerous in that situation. Back against the grain on a kick return against a disjointed line, but Canberra do well. So Hughes, for Farlongo, had them offside. He beats Horsburgh, he beats Starling. He runs towards Weeks, in and away. They'll take him down a metre short. Wow. Second time he's been denied at that corner of the field. From Munster, he kicks out wide. They've got them shot to bits. Coates waits for the bounce. Anderson gets it instead and plants it down to score. There was acres of room on this left-hand side after the long run by Suafa-Longo, and Melbourne have first points.
They do have first points, and it's been a fast and furious start to this game. Some big exchanges, but then we come to the athleticism of Farlongo. Look at him here, off the left foot, off the right foot, back inside, beating forwards. He got away from Horsburgh. He tried to grab the jumper, beats him, beats Strange, and then he put the burners on. I can't believe he didn't score this try. It was a magnificent tackle, wasn't it, from Weeks to pull him up just inches short of the try line. Look at this. Oh, great tackle. And then, of course, Munster took over from there. He knew they had space far on the left-hand side, so he kicks across, and the bounce here nearly cost the Storm. They let it bounce, but safely Anderson gets it and slams it down for the opening points.
You expected Xavier Coates to run onto the ball there and plant it down. As we take a look at the Harvey Norman replay once again, but Anderson got the friendly bounce. It could have gone absolutely anywhere. Anderson, it comes back to Hughes, who puts it up there all onside. Coates and Blore chasing through. Coates hit the deck. And they're going to say that Timmercore blocked his path illegally. With his first one off the back of the Anderson try, this one a better kick. And he splits the uprights to make it 6-0. Down to you, Jake. Now Munster, clapping his hands at first receiver, wants to shift it. Here they go. Chance there with Farlongo put away by Meany. Down the sideline again. A chance 2-on-1. Puts a kick in for Pappenhausen. Absolutely brilliant rugby league. Farlongo carving them open down the right edge, and then the kick was absolutely perfect.
We've just seen some more magic, Warren, haven't we, from the Melbourne Storm? What a beautiful piece of rugby league. I mentioned only 2 or 3 minutes ago in the call about the Storm's ability to shift the ball quickly out of trouble, and they did it here. Look at this from Munster to Hughes. And a nice little tip on, and away goes Farlongo. Away he goes. Look at the speed of this young man. Don't pass it, son. Kick it infield. Here comes Pappenhausen right through the middle. What a try for the Melbourne Storm.
I know they play out of Melbourne, but he could have been playing there on the wing for Essendon, for Hawthorn, for Geelong potentially. What a kick back to the middle, to the top of the goal square. Look at him shape this up.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
Check side kick, finds the point of the ball and hooks it back towards the middle. And it was absolutely on the chest for Ryan Pappenhausen.
That is still a tough catch for Pappenhausen. He's nearly full speed there, right down the middle of the ground. That's a brilliant rugby league try.
That is unbelievable that you could do that at speed and put it on a 10-cent piece for me. From right in front, Pappenhausen adds 2 more. Fresh man on the field. Couple of carries in this set. Last tackle here for Munster. They're all flat on the left-hand side, looking for a kick. Again, Coates was bumped off a chase towards the ball and then back behind the play. Now it's Munster and Starling. Put them down by 14. The kick is a good one again by the superstar fullback in game 100 of his NRL career, Melbourne. Here is a chance for the Raiders inside the Westpac red zone. 7-1 to Melbourne to this point. What have they got? A full set here. Papali'i is out there now. The big Papa Bear will play it. 15 out in front of the uprights. Horsburgh to Fogarty. Shows it in. Goes out. Strange to Tamale. One-on-one with Farlongo. Sab thinks he got it down. The referee agrees and Canberra strike immediately.
Well, we mentioned not long ago, didn't we? Tamale's a try scorer. He loves scoring tries big and strong. It was the perfect setup for the Raiders. They went to their left edge and they found the Storm wanting. Brilliant play on the inside here. Nice early ball, wasn't it? And they just put it through the hands. Strange had to take a couple of steps to draw in the Storm defence. And look at the work here from the big Canberra winger. He gets it down. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Great strike back from the Raiders.
That physical advantage against Suafa-Longo, obviously, and then that strength to hold him off and plant it down. Try confirmed by the bunker. No problem there as far as being inside. Great angle here, courtesy of the Flying Fox. Oh, bends it back. You can hear the strike as well. Over the black dot. It's 14 points to 6, Jake. Another one right here. Pappenhausen will break the plane. Good contest there. Coates couldn't come up with it. Savage did. So Canberra have it on top of the Melbourne line. Looking for a second straight try. One time to play the ball there. A tangle of bodies. Papali'i now. Back towards the uprights. Tackles up their sleeve. They come back to the right. Weeks Timokor against Anderson. He's so hard to stop. Matthew Timokor. He plants it down. Canberra go back to back, and it's game on here in Suncorp.
It's game on, all right, Warren. Terrific work from the Raiders. They back themselves. They look confident with the ball. And some errors, some lack of discipline from the Melbourne Storm have opened the gate up for the Raiders. Forced to drop out. Let's have a look at this. Coates gets up, knocks it backwards, and then the Raiders pounce. And this time it's on the right edge. Nice work on the inside, and Timokor just too strong and powerful close to the line. Nice passing here. Look at this passing. Crispin out front. That's where you want it. He catches it and immediately thinks, bang, I'm going for the try line. Stop me if you can. And of course, Munster comes in.
35th minute. We've got a beauty here to round out Magic Round. The kick is good from Fogarty. He's on tonight, and it's 14 points to 12, just the 2 minutes. Adventurous kick there by Cameron Munster. He was hoping for a speed to searching through to get a result, but at the break, it's Melbourne 14 who lead the Raiders 12. And we've got 40 minutes remaining in Magic Round before Sunday night with Matty Johns right here on Fox League. All 8 games this weekend on your home of Rugby League, and it's McDonald. Hughes is deep on this right-hand side. Long ball, though, to Munster. Out the back, a chance here for Anderson. Came back on the angle. Good tackle by Fogarty in particular. Working hard from the inside. Wisher to Munster. Back to McDonald, bouncing off shoulders. Taken to ground eventually. Bells have used up 3. They're set for a crack on this right edge. Comes from Hughes to Katoa. Meany, what a ball! Terrific pass for Suafa-Longo to dive through the air and extend the lead here for Melbourne.
Well, he finally gets his try, doesn't he? Farlongo finally gets the ball over the line. He's been in everything tonight about the Storm. But they took the option to run the ball. The Harvey Norman replay shows us that line that the back rowers run. It was Meany on this occasion, just that little overs run. Puts the defensive team under enormous pressure. It's a one-on-one tackle there with Chris, and he's good enough to get the offload away. And Farlongo, watch this dive through the air. Try time, Melbourne Storm.
He's carrying that arm, but doing a job for his team, including that important tackle. A moment ago on Hudson Young. We're down to last chance saloon here for Canberra. On this left-hand side, they work it forward. Smithies is back out there. Hasn't seen a lot of game time either side of half-time. The English block forward. Melbourne maybe as few as one set of 6 here in defence from locking this game up. Fogarty now, testing the edges. Nicholson for Weeks. Runs towards Pappenhausen. Here's a chase. Weeks over the top. Wants a bounce. And gets one straight from room service.
Oh, my goodness. What about that? What about that? Don't you just love rugby league, Warren? Oh, my goodness. The Raiders. Well, we want to go forward at some stage. I mean, I know he's got to kick it yet, but look at this play. Beautiful work from the Englishman, back on the inside. And Weeks gets the ball and pins the ears and sets sail for Pappenhausen. How do I get around Pappenhausen? I'm going to chip it over his head.
What a shot that is, as he looked into the eyes of Ryan Pappenhausen and said, it's you and me, buddy. Who's going to blink first? He chipped it over the top. He wanted the bounce. He got it, as we said, straight from room service. Terrific hands as the rain pours down. He brings it down. Pappenhausen there, still trying to force it from him. Kyo Weeks take a bow. Perhaps the moment of the weekend.
That is another great moment in this beautiful game that rugby league keeps providing these memories, these actions that the players do. And Pappenhausen
to potentially send this to golden point. Jamal Fogarty with the rain pouring down. On a wet weekend in Brisbane, the strike is good. Nothing to it, folks. What a finish we have here. They'll have time for maybe one more carry beyond this.
Go now. Go now.
Fogarty's there. Should he want to go now? They come to the left-hand side instead. Young driving hard. That's a penalty! High contact. And it's Trent Loiero again. Ponchos and all. Fogarty from right in front. Flags in the air. And Canberra win it in golden point. A dramatic, stunning, controversial ending in so many ways. The last 15 minutes of game time, you could write a book about it, Kev.